So this is the beginning of episode 13 of the J. Reagan Garage 66 Dodge Dart restoration project. I can't believe I've got 13 episodes in on this project already. So let's see what's going on here today. I'm getting to the point now where it's starting to do like the little minutia things that are a lot of fun. Well, fun is a relative term, so stick around and we'll be right back. All right, so here's one little project, putting on new wiper blades. This one is being a pain in the ass, but eventually I'll get this off and won't have any of that scraping on the windshield sound that sounds so delicious. Oh no, what happened here? Okay, so a couple things. One, and I know this is really petty at this point, but I want to paint the valve cover because I had already taken it off to take a lot of this. See all this gunk? Well, that was all inside the valve cover and the inside of it, and I did a nice job of cleaning the inside and the outside of that. So what I figured is that while I have to still do the valve lash on the slant 6 here, so while I do that, I'm going to paint the outside cover of the valve cover. That's kind of redundant, the outside cover of the valve cover. In addition, there had been a little bit of a leak here. You can probably see some of the oil. These are notorious for leaking back here in this back corner. They used to do it on my 273, my 342. This back valve cover would always leak right there. So I have some gasket sealer, which I didn't put on here because I knew that eventually I was going to have to do the valve lash, so I didn't want to make it too permanent. So we'll do that. Carburetor, I'm going to paint the top of the carburetor. It's a little rusted on top. So just to keep any critters out of the carburetor, cover that up with plastic. All right, what else we got going on here? Seats coming back in for little family rides. I know I have a lot of holes to deal with, but you know what the heck? This is what keeps you motivated. You throw a seat in there and take somebody for a ride around the block. Kind of makes it all worthwhile, at least to me. All right, so here's what we got. Here's the top of the air cleaner. Going to paint, clean out all the rust off the top of this and tape it all up nice so we keep the original Charger 225 sticker. Here's the valve cover I was talking about before. If you would have seen this before, really dirty on the inside. So I got this all nice and clean. It still needs a little bit of work before I paint it, of course. Get some of this rust off and all. But I don't want to spill all the... what the hell. Gotta clean them anyway. So there's the outside of it. You can see the remnants of the paint that was on here. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get this done this week. I know this. I've read a lot of things that this is supposed to be a red. It does look sort of red, but it looks like a burnt umber red. So it's more orange. So I decided to, instead of do that, is to go out and get the orange paint, and I can see now that it's a little bit different, but you know what, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not looking for authenticity. I know this is the engine that came with the car. It's only a 225. It's not like it's a Hemi, but I figured, and the guy at the store where I bought this said that just by using this paint, it will turn this 225 into a Hemi. So I'm really excited about that. That's a lot of upgrade just for a $7.90 something cent can of paint, which is way overpriced in my estimation. Other chemicals here, use that to kind of degrease. You'll see a lot of clamps and stuff around here. I'm still trying to monkey with the exhaust system. So let's see what we got here. Can you see? All right, I'm just going to poke in there, and you'll see I am beginning to get the tailpipe section. Can you see that up here? Going up and around the axle. So again, a variety of little adapters and stuff, so I could utilize the same pipes that were on the car. We talked about that already, and that I don't want to pay extra money to get an exhaust system right now. I'm just going to patch this one for now. There was a little bit of a hole here, so I cut the pipe so that we will not have any leaks back here. And I'm about to try to put the hanger back on. The original hanger went here. Oops, right there. Of course, this bolt broke off, and I've been trying to get it off with vice grips. And what I just decided is that there's kind of a hole right here. I'm going to just hang a bolt from here and move this old hanger, which I'll reuse, back a little further, and it all kind of works out. And this is a little wonky right now, but this will lift up as soon as I put the hanger on there. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I got a little trick here to get this bolt in here, and maybe I'll set that up and I'll show you how to do that. All right, see you in a bit. I know, don't make fun of me. But like I said, I'm just trying to make this work. So, that tailpipe, we'll trim that off, so I don't want it flapping. Alright, so I cut out a little bad section here, use this temporary pipe. You know, this isn't a daily driver. Alright, so, it's on. I'm just going to go around and double check all the fittings, make sure everything's tight, and make sure nothing is moving. And hopefully this will stay on there. If not, we'll try something else. This is typical me, all right? So I spent about 15 minutes looking for a pair of needle nose pliers. First thing I do when I'm finished wrapping up, I come up here to the engine bay, and first thing I say, pair of needle nose pliers. How many times have I told myself I have to clean up? But I get such limited time to work on this. In fact, I came over here after work today because I just wanted to get this exhaust system finished and put to bed. And I'm happy to say that that's a mild success until it falls off first ride down the highway. Anyway, you want to hear the car start? You want to hear what it sounds like with the new muffler? Yeah? No? All right, well, I can't run it for long because I got the valve cover off, and although I don't see a ton of oil spraying up here, which could be mildly concerning as well, we'll give it a little go so you can give it a hear. What do you think? All right, battery terminals on, ignition, check. All right, here we go. It's actually quieter than I thought it was going to be. I love seeing this. I love watching this go up and down. Anyway, here we go. Here's the tailpipe. Sounds pretty cool, huh? I can't feel any leaks. That part's a little weird. Probably gonna try to pull that up a little bit. I'm sure I'm gonna get some banging on shit. But yeah, there we go. It is what it is. Stay tuned for one of our sponsors. So doing a little cleanup here today. A little work on the engine components. Painted, cleaned up and painted this valve cover valve cover gasket. That's over there. Air cleaner. Got a neat little sticker here. Not sure what that says. I don't have my glasses. I think it's upside down actually. Focus. Not me, the camera. You read that? So there we got that. I think we're just going to leave that flat black because there's a little bit of a shine to it. Maybe I'll put a shiny coat on the top of that. So I cleaned off some of the seat. I think there's some pictures of it dirty. It came up pretty good. Pretty well. Still have this thing to deal with, but my thought on this was that maybe I could find some vinyl and kind of fish hook sew it in temporarily until I can buy seat covers for this and just kind of slap it over the end. Let's see if I can lift this up. Just kind of stretch it over and see what I can get with that. But that's the seat back of the rear seat. And then got the valve cover gasket. I did a very light first coat of this Hemi, Chrysler Hemi orange. And that's looking pretty sweet. So we'll just wait till that dries, get her another little coat. But signing off. All right, doing a little bit of work on the car today. A little rainy, so, but I know it's hard to tell maybe, but I did go and do a little bit of work on the paint here, and I think you can see that it is reflective. So, you know, make it look a little nicer. Anyway. Along those same lines, making things a little nicer. This is cosmetic, and also I set the valve lash. There's lots of videos on how to do that, but basically I did it running with the car heated. Set the intake and the exhaust valves. Intake valves were, I hope I did that right, I wrote it up here. Intakes are 10,000ths of an inch and the exhaust are 20,000ths. And they were pretty close. There was a couple of exhaust valves that weren't set properly, and I adjusted those. But anyway, the engine also, I showed you this while I was painting it. It's starting to look a little nicer in here, don't you think? Painted the old valve cover. You know, so it's getting there. And I think I actually ran the thing out of gas, so I'm going to try to put some more gas in this thing and see how good it runs, see how well it runs. Got to use that proper English. All right, till next time. Later. So it's all back together. The valve cover also cleaned up a little bit. I need to take this to a power washer anyway, but I did get some of the grease off the intake runners. The manifold runners. The new radiator and everything. Pretty nice. So she's getting her first drink in a long time. Except when this was filled up back in the day, this would have filled this up like, I don't know, maybe $5, $10. Anyway, let's see how much this thing will take and if I can afford it. What do you say? Should we go for a ride? Just got gas, got some air, all ready to go. And off we go. No seatbelts. The exhaust pipe is just like right at my feet. So what went on today? So my buddy Chris, who owns a fabrication restoration business, Came over this morning to take a look at the floor pans and give me an idea of what that's going to cost. And he says I do need a second one for the passenger side, and I'm sort of in agreement with him. I'll show it to you later on, but it's kind of Swiss cheesy over there. He said that while we're in it, it makes sense. All fabrication guys say that. While we're in it, why don't we just do this? You know, while we got the engine out, why don't we put a hot can in it and a 4-barrel intake manifold? No, but seriously. So he is saying $500 per side. I know nothing about that business of restoration, but I figure all the cutting, all the grinding, all the welding, I don't have those skills. If I were to do it, I'd probably cop rivet it and screw it with screws, but I don't know if that's the way to go. Somebody, for safety's sake and resale value, if anybody ever wanted to sell this, you know, it's better that it be done properly. So I have to talk to the wife and see if we want to sink $1,000 into this. So far, it's sort of the way I'm leaning. So I can get this gaping hole out of the way. Oh, I love the traffic. This isn't one of those modern cars where you can just floor it. I have to make sure that I have enough stopping power and enough acceleration. And it's about noon-ish, so we're getting a lot of cars on the road. I kind of miss, I hate to say this, I kind of hate to miss the COVID traffic. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got it up to about 50. Sorry for the noise. They do have a big hole in the floor. It actually rides not bad. I mean, it's an old car, so it's got some wiggliness to it in the front. But to be honest with you, it's not that bad. Like I said, I'm at about 40 right now. $50 right now. Suspension is not that bad, believe it or not. How about this crack? You like that? I call that my plumber's crack. Sorry, I don't have a proper stand for this. I'm gonna have to deal with this. Alright, turn signals work and make sure all those work. So far have not been nabbed by the police. Because really this thing, it shouldn't be on the road. I don't have insurance. But I needed to get some gasoline. And I kind of want to know how dependable it is. Give it a little gas. Ah, kicked down. That's for an unpleasant surprise. Hadn't done that before. So far, so good. Hope I'm not pushing my luck, as they say. I'm about to turn around, bring it back to the garage. I just passed the police officer in here. Luckily I have a plate on here and the turn signals actually do work. It's about noon, maybe he's going off to lunch anyway. Turn signals all work. I smell a rubber burning smell. I'm not sure what that is, one of the lines. I have to check that. Let's see if I can pick it down again. About as hard as I push this car, so I'm interested to see. Still with me? 6-minute ride. Well, let's see what we got under the hood. Still smells a little rich. I think the timing might be off a tad. I'll try to adjust the timing by ear, I think. See if I can get in here. I gotta say, man, oh, you can't see anything except my head. I don't know, it seems to be running pretty well. Any major faux pas here? No boilovers. Got some bugs on the radiator. No leaking. I guess that's the normal clack, clack, clack.
I'm filming it. I'm filming you.
You're going to get in trouble one day, but it's not important like
There isn't one. Not yet. All right, enjoy your ride. Yes. Bye. Don't kill her. What did you think? It's nice? You liked it?